Alright, I don't know if you can see me in this light too well. I'm trying to stay in the shade a little bit. I wanted to show you where we got that log from. That pile right back there, that's where 2 of those sycamores came from, and you can see the trench from where the Jeep dragged them all the way to over there where Kevin is milling. Why am I not milling? You're thinking, what the heck, old jarhead? Why aren't you running your mill? Well, to tell you the truth, my back is out again. I've got a bad disc in my back and had to get a shot in order to let it heal. So I've got to take it easy. I can't be rolling big logs and moving lumber and all that kind of stuff. So I got to take it easy. And the mill started running rich, and I got to try to diagnose that and figure out what's going on with the mill. So that's going to take me a little while to get done. Just something I've got to do, but I can't do it until my back's feeling a little better and I'm not worried about the back. So meanwhile, Kevin Bales Enterprises came down from Coeur d'Alene and took care of this job for me and took care of my customers. And we got to go to another job site as soon as we get done this one. I've got that big maple that I quartered up and I brought to you, well, a couple months ago or more. That's still got to get milled, and because my hydraulics weren't working, I couldn't go do it. And then with my back and my mill acting up again, guess what? Kevin's going to go take care of it for me so we can get this customer taken care of. So we're going to go do that right after this. So stick around for that, but we still got to get this log off the deck. So let me get back there and see how Kevin's doing, and then we're going to move on to the next job, and I'll bring that to you too. So stick around, let's get to it.
Say your mama warned you, falling in love with outlaws. Let me tell you, baby girl, she ain't wrong. No, she ain't wrong. Yeah, I'm just gonna warn you, I'm the one she's talking about. Oh, the past few months, let's just say I've left my mark on this town. I've been high from the whiskey and no man has missed me, but I ain't turning back. 'Cause I got friends that raise hell and some stories to tell about a good guy gone bad. And when people ask me why I've been getting high, there's nothing to say, but women made me this way. Girl, I wasn't always known as a bad guy. Well, if I told you I was living the quiet life, not the party life, those days are gone, and I'm on the run from any girl I've ever loved. But I won't cry, 'cause I'm not gonna lie, I've never had this much fun. Yeah, I've been high on the whiskey and no man has missed me, but I ain't turning back. 'Cause I got friends that raise hell and some stories to tell about a good guy gone bad. And when people ask me why I've been getting high, there's nothing to say, but women made me this way. Oh, this way. Yeah, my love days are over, but I'm alright by that. 'Cause I'm only getting older, and life goes way too fast. Yeah, I've been high on the whiskey and no Max has missed me, but I ain't turning back. 'Cause I got friends that raise hell and some stories to tell about a good guy gone bad. And when people ask me why I've been getting high, I just say the women made me this way. Oh, this way.
All right. I don't know if women made me this way, but I just thought that was a great song. You know, I was just looking for music on the YouTube Creator Studio, and I found that song, and I thought, man, that's a good song. So I hope you enjoyed it. That one's by Cam Thompson, and it's called Women Made Me This Way. So anyway, there you have it. All right, folks, well, we're finally getting the Sycamore finished. And the reason why I cut off the last video before I got to this part is honestly, it was getting so long and I was running out of time, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and finish the log off in another video, and then later I'm going to put the two together to make one longer one for those that maybe like that kind of stuff. But anyway, here we are. We're getting this Sycamore done, and I have to tell you, the weather is getting hot. Now, on this particular day, I think it was the hottest day of the year so far. It got up to about 97 degrees, something like that, later in the afternoon. But it's still early in the day right now. It's probably about 11 o'clock. We're just getting finished up here. And it was over 90 degrees already. So even though we were mostly in the shade, it was pretty warm. And my GoPro batteries and the Canon battery were starting to die. They had been dying a little bit earlier. They were doing it even more at this point. And one of the things about making videos when it's hot out is batteries don't last as long. So it makes it really tough. But anyway, we've got past that point. You don't care about those cameras anyway, right? We're just finishing this log up, and you may notice that there's still a cant sitting there, and there's a couple flitches as well, and that's all Kevin is doing at this point, is just finishing off all the flitches and the extra cants and things that he kicked off. That was a really big log. Once we get this done, then we're going to head over to the next location, and I just can't stress enough how much I appreciate Kevin coming out and doing this for me. You know, it's really tough to do two of these in one day, and it makes for a long day, having to come out, set up the mill, get all this work done, and then tear it down, take it to another location without shade, I might add, on a really hot day, set it back up again, and then rock and roll through the last log so that you can get on the road. And if there's one thing that I can express to you about this kind of operation, is that when you work remote like this, where you're always mobile, or where you're mostly mobile, you always have to account for the amount of time it takes to get set up in order to leave, get all your gear packed up, get the mill hooked up to the truck, all that kind of stuff, drive to the site, and then the time it takes to get everything out of the truck, get the mill set up, roll the logs up, and start milling. So that's just one of those things you got to consider. All right, enough of that. We're almost done here. Making a bunch of 1x6, 2x6, a bunch of slabs. We're going to get them all off the deck, and I'm going to let this run for a little bit. Let Kevin get this one off the deck, and then I'll tell you what's coming up next. You're going to want to stick around for that. So hang in there. Let's get this one off the deck. Okay, as mentioned before, we're going to go from this location straight to the next, where we're going to mill up that old maple that I quartered that I mentioned in the beginning. You're going to want to see that. It's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and it's crazy hot, crazy bright. But Kevin survived. Honestly, he was out in the heat all day. That is one of the things that you tend to do in this kind of work. You got to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. He was definitely doing that. So we'll get to that one and get that milled up. We'll start that next week. You're going to want to see that. Meanwhile, I'm going to drop another video right here for you to check out in case you haven't seen it. And while I'm at it, hey folks, if you like this video, do me a favor, as always, hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Y'all have a great day. The old Jarhead out.